Hello, Internet. It is I, the Malik Aaron, and welcome back to the channel. Part 14. I did not expect to make this video so soon after part 13. Part 13 isn't even a day old yet, but here we are. Now, the original plan I had for this video was to solely talk about the delays of Mulan, the Avatar sequels, and the new Star Wars movies, and I thought that would be it. That was the plan I had for hours. But literally 20 minutes ago, I refreshed Deadline, and this is what I see. Quiet Place 2, Top Gun Maverick, Spider-Man 3, all delayed again. And I was like, great, more content for me. Because part 13, we only talked about two movies, and that was Tenet and Conjuring 3. But I had my suspicions. I had a feeling that because Tenet moved again, it would cause a domino effect. And that's indeed what happened. Because the thing is, AMC theaters, like the reopening of AMC was supposed to happen on July 31st. And everybody was like, okay, that's when things might start up again. But that date has been moved back to mid to late August. I'm not sure about the specific date, but that's the general timetable I see. Mid to late August is when they're supposed to reopen. And because of that, studios got a little nervous, particularly Paramount, because Quiet Place 2 was supposed to come out like the first week of September. And with the reopening of AMC being that soon, I guess they didn't want to take that chance, and so that's why they moved it. But, we'll get to those, like Quiet Place, Top Gun, and Spider-Man. We'll get to those later. Right now, there's Unhinged. It got delayed again. And it's now looking at August. I don't care. They're so determined to make this a theatrical movie when it really shouldn't be. Like, just stop it. Like, give up. Like, make your next movie theatrical if things are better by then. But stop trying with Unhinged. Just stop it. But enough about Unhinged. Let's talk about some Disney movies. So, Mulan. Mulan was supposed to come out March 27th. Then it got moved off the calendar entirely. And then it got put on July 24th. And it stayed on that date for a pretty long time until it got delayed again to August 21st. And everyone was like, okay, this is it. No more delays. Psych! It has now been moved off the calendar again. So it has no release date. Just like Tenet. It's up in the air now. And when will it come out? I have no idea. Nothing's certain anymore. Nothing's set in stone. It's impossible to know when movies are going to come out anymore. So will it go to Disney Plus? I doubt it. This movie's way too expensive to go to Disney Plus. That would be a bit of a bad investment. It should only go to Disney Plus when it's done with its theatrical release. I mean, with Artemis Fowl, Disney knew that movie was a bust. It was a bomb in the making, so they just dumped it there. That way it got torn apart, on the streaming service and not from, the general public. But Mulan, who knows? It might come out November, December or something. Maybe. That's a big maybe. Because, again, nothing's certain anymore, so... Yeah. And also, just like, Tenet, people are like, will this go out overseas before domestic? Because some overseas markets have been improving. I mean, China's about to reopen partially tomorrow with Hollywood movies like, Doolittle, Bloodshot, 1917, Sonic the Hedgehog all coming out. Bad Boys for Life just got a date there for August. So things are moving rather quickly over there, but over here things are moving like a glacier. It's nothing is coming out, and everybody's just stuck. Everybody's just going to be waiting indefinitely at this point. So, yeah. So other than Mulan, all the Avatar sequels, the sequels the world demanded to be made. I'm kidding. Nobody wanted these things. I didn't want these things. Avatar is a mediocre movie. The only reason why it was as successful as it was because of the 3D technology. Other than that, the movie is super overrated. But yeah, all the sequels, all four of them, Jesus Christ, four. God, why James Cameron? Why? Why four sequels? This is extreme. This is unnecessary. This is overkill. It's just like the Fantastic Beast movies. Nobody asked for 5 movies of that. But I guess when you had the biggest movie of all time for over a decade, you can do whatever you want. So okay then. So yeah, Avatar 2 was supposed to come out next year, December 17th. Now it's December 16th, 2022. Avatar 3 was supposed to come out December 22nd, 2023. It's now December 20th, 2024. Avatar 4 was supposed to come out December 19th, 2025. It's now December 18th, 2026. And Avatar 5 was supposed to come out December 27th, 27. Can't even talk. It's just ridiculous. December 27th, 2027 is now coming out December 22nd, 2028. That's 8 years from now. Who knows what the world will look like by then? It might be a freaking wasteland for all I know. So, just, ugh. I don't understand the logic. But now in the new Star Wars movies, apparently it's a new trilogy. It's not the Rian Johnson trilogy that, they were like, it's happening, and then it never happened. It's not the Game of Thrones guys, Benioff and Weiss, their names. It wasn't their trilogy because they yeeted out of Star Wars mere months before Rise of Skywalker, by the way. So, yeah. But this trilogy, apparently, it'll be under Taika Waititi's guidance, the dude who made Thor Ragnarok and Thor 4. So, who knows what will happen with that. But, yeah, that's been delayed too. So, the first was supposed to come out December 16th, 2022. It's now December 22nd, 2023. Second movie was supposed to be December 20th, 2024. It's now December 19th, 2025. And the third movie was supposed to be December 18th, 2026. It's now been moved to December 17th, 2027. God, that's too many release dates. I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit. But as for all the other Disney movies and the Fox movies they acquired, none of them have really changed. I mean, New Mutants, for some reason, is still theatrical. They will not put that on Disney Plus. I didn't expect them to, because I don't think it would fit that well on Disney Plus. And a lot of people assumed it would go to Hulu, but apparently Disney, they are determined to put that in theaters. No matter what cost, they will put it in theaters. Which it just seems like a waste of effort, if you ask me. The Personal History of David Copperfield is now limited release for August 28th. The King's Man is now September 18th. Well, still on there. Death on the Nile is now October 23rd. Black Widow's first weekend of November. Deepwater, November 13th. Soul, November 20th. Empty Man, December 4th. Free Guy, December 11th. And West Side Story on December 18th. So, majority of these movies have not been moved yet. I mean, some of them have been moved, like New Mutants. Well, The King's Man got moved a whole freaking year. Black Widow, Soul, Free Guy. West Side Story has stayed the same because that's so far away from now that I guess they thought, and we don't need to change that. There's some others. The French Dispatch from Wes Anderson. It was supposed to come out October 13th, but now it's up in the air. Sorry, Wes Anderson fans. I know that has to suck for all of you. Antlers. Well, it was supposed to come out this April. It's now going to come out next February. Some random Disney movies now going to come out the same day as Avatar 2 was supposed to be. The Last Duel was supposed to be a limited release for Christmas Day and then wide on January 8th. It's now coming October 15th. And then there's a couple others that are off the schedule. It's too much. Let's move on, please. It's enough of that. Oh, I forgot to mention Bill and Ted 3. Instead of being solely theatrical, it will now be simultaneously theatrical and premium VOD over the Labor Day weekend stretch. So I think that's the 4th. Yeah. Yeah, I think. Okay, it's September 1st. Okay. Okay. So I guess this is them trying to avoid any real risk with the movie. But for all you Bill and Ted fans, at least you get to watch it at home. It's better than not watching it at all. So at least that's that. And I don't think it would have been a big deal box office wise anyway, pandemic or not. It would have probably done okay, but who knows? Like that's just thinking about how things were just like back in January and February and March. Well, actually just February and January. It's just so crazy how things have changed. All right, so the newer news. Spider-Man Far From Home sequel, Spider-Man 3, the MCU version. It will now be released in the Christmas season of 2021. Now that Avatar 2 is gone. So Spider-Man is now coming out in December. Just like it's the Spider-Verse movie from 2018. It also had December release. So this will be the second Spider-Man movie to have a December release, which still feels a little weird because Spider-Man just screams summer blockbuster, not winter blockbuster. But again, I didn't think Aquaman would be a winter blockbuster, and that movie made over $1 billion. So what do I know? Yeah. So it only got moved by a month, which isn't that extreme. Besides, the movie's like next year, late next year. And I think by that time, a couple months from now, productions are gonna start going again, probably with a lot of precaution, obviously. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It'll probably still do good because it's Spider-Man. Because the MCU Spider-Man, I know some people aren't fans of the way they've handled the character, and I understand that. But you can't deny these movies aren't successful because they are massively. I mean, Spider-Man Far From Home was the first Spider-Man movie to ever make $1 billion. Tobey Maguire couldn't do that. Andrew Garfield sure as hell couldn't do that. So that's one thing the Tom Holland Spider-Man has over the others. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Spider-Man 3. Will it be as bad or as infamous as the other Spider-Man 3? Who knows? I'm hoping so, because man, Spider-Man 3, that movie was a trip. Now, the last thing to talk about, two more movies from Paramount. A Quiet Place 2 and Top Gun Maverick. Now, it's quite fitting we talk about Quiet Place 2 again, because that was one of the movies I talked about in the first ever canceled video. It was that, Mulan, No Time to Die, and Fast Furious 9. And I talked about it again. I think it was part 5? Yeah, part 5. And now, part 14. We talk about it yet again. Because it's not going to come out September anymore. Oh no. No, life refuses to give us A Quiet Place 2. Instead, it's now going to come out April 23rd, 2021. So, well, not really the same general time period as his predecessor, but both came out in April, so it's kind of fitting. But yeah, it's really disappointing because I really liked The Quiet Place. I was so hyped for the sequel, and then all this crap happened, and it got delayed again and again. It's heartbreaking. And Top Gun Maverick, which was supposed to come out December 23rd, has now been moved to July 2nd. So it's now a summer movie again. I guess they realized that Top Gun in December sounded really weird. So they were like, screw it, let's push it to the 4th of July weekend. Yeah, and they said like in regard to the latter, hey, it was always a summer movie. Exactly. This type of movie in the winter just wouldn't work all that well. It would feel very out of place. So at least Paramount made a smart decision. And besides, December was super crowded anyway. It was ridiculous. So it saved itself pretty much. Nothing else. Yeah, so you're probably wondering, well, what's going on with, movie theaters? Well, I already told you they were supposed to be July 31st, it's now been moved back. See, the reason why all these delays are even happening in the first place is because, you got California and New York movie theaters. They are out of the picture entirely, which is bad because those are the two biggest markets in America. Without them, the rest of the box office will be super weak. And so they say here, nobody wants to blink and release a film. So nobody wants to be the first to do it. Nobody wants to be the guinea pig here. Which is why movies are continuously being delayed again and again and again and again and again. Ooh. Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has a release date. Hell yes. This is a good day. See, it's not all grim. Oh yeah, we've got Jackass 4. Instead of July 2nd, 2021, it'll be September 3rd. But Sonic the Hedgehog 2's coming out April 8th, 2022. I will be there as long as movie theaters aren't bankrupt by that point. There's Under the Boardwalk, The Tiger's Apprentice. I don't care about those. Yeah, there was Monster Hunter. That got moved to January, which is very fitting for that movie because it looks like a January movie. And it looked, the fact that it was being directed by the same dude who butchered Resident Evil, like, how good were you expecting this movie to be? So maybe it was definitely for the best that it got moved. Stupid ads. So, what's left on Christmas? There's News of the World and Croods 2. That's it. That's all you got left. The Croods 2, we haven't seen a single picture, clip, trailer, teaser, anything. We haven't seen nothing out of that movie. We haven't seen nothing out of News of the World either, so who knows what will happen to those. I think they'll move too. And a lot of the fall movies will move to the holiday season. That's what I think is going to happen. But yeah, good news. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has a date. Woo! Other than that, it's still a disaster. Everything's being moved back. So, yeah. That's it for this episode of Canceled. Let's see what happens. In the next few days, you will likely see a part 15. But again, it depends on when these articles drop. So it could be a day, a week, a month. Like, who knows at this point. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share, the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? I got a playlist on the homepage filled with just all the movies, that have been delayed, ever since March. You watch the entire depressing saga from beginning to now, because there's no end in sight. So why should I even say end? So yeah, you want to check out all those other videos and me chronicling this extraordinary time in history, go right ahead. But yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Bye.